Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to a new episode of Kevin's Fate. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, wherever you could be watching this. But today's guest, Mr. Todd Black, welcome to the show, man. He has a new Kickstarter up right now for. Can you name your comic that you have out right now?
It's called Tokyo Blade Detectives.
Tokyo Blade Detectives, guys. That sounds badass. It looks freaking badass. After I looked at the campaign when he sent it to me. So before we hop into your comic, please tell us a bit about yourself, man. What you do, how long you been doing it, and what made you get into it.
My name is Todd Black, and I'm a comic writer. I've been doing this for over a decade now. And for me, I just grew up with like the best stories on television and in movies, and eventually I got to read comics once I could afford them, and that just inspired me. It's like I want to write my own stories because I kept getting ideas in my head. And so I made one series, and I made another, then I made another, and now I've got over 50
But,
books published in my name.
oh my God, dude, my brain goes like 1,000 miles per hour every few minutes, so I understand that completely. Like, what for me, I kind of grew up the same, but I didn't know about comics when I grew up. I watched TV shows like Marvel and DC, like the
hmm
old
hmm
Spider-Man,
Oh yeah,
X-Men.
Batman, Justice
That
League.
yeah, but actually, I'm just now getting into the Batman animation. So I didn't even I watched like the live action DCs. I didn't even know about
Oof.
the animation. Yeah, I'm just now getting into that. I know, crazy, right? Where am I
I
been?
know
I've
you
done
missed a
so wrong.
lot. You missed like a
Yeah, I'm
golden
catching up
age.
now. But yeah, I didn't grow up reading comics because I didn't know that was a thing. Like I read novels and everything. I thought that like the only like book like was novels. I didn't find out about comics until 2020 when COVID was hit. Like we were
Yeah.
all locked in our houses and stuff. And I was like, I don't know, man, dude, I'm used to this. I'm an introvert, so I'm always locked in the house anyway. But I was like, I don't want to be sitting around watching TV all freaking day. I want to do something that stimulates my brain. And then so I was on TikTok and I found out about like I'm a big fan of Hellboy. I found out he's a freaking comic book. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has comic books. Sonic has freaking comic books. And I
Yeah.
was like, where the hell have I been? I watch every single last one of these. And then I found out about independent comics like Ace Blade, Black Sands Entertainment, and then like IDW and Archie Comics and Boom Studios. I'm like, Power Rangers has even comics too? Like,
Oh
are you
yeah.
kidding me right now? Man. And so, and dude, and I've learned that I have a gift in storytelling from high school, dude. I hate writing with a passion, like my entire life. Especially like you have to write them papers and stuff in school.
Yeah.
Oh, but I learned that my mother is a writer, and I read her murder mystery book, and that inspired me. And turns out that's writing is in my blood because I get it from her. And dude, and honestly, when you say what was like your biggest inspiration, like getting to storytelling and making comics yourself?
Well, honestly, it was that golden age of animation that I grew up on, both in terms of like the superheroes, but I also grew up on anime, like with Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, and I
Ah,
was just
yes, I love Yu-Gi-Oh,
yeah.
man. Oh my God, heck
It
yeah.
was just a case of like I kept having these stories in my head and I wanted to write them down. So whenever I got the chance at school to do one of my stories, I did so. But it wasn't until I went to a Comic Con, C2E2 in Chicago, and I went to a Making Comics the Marvel Way panel that I met Matt Fraction, and I asked him straight up, I was like, "Hey, I'm a writer and I want to make a comic book. What do I do?" And he goes, "Well, if you're a writer, go find an artist and go make comics." I'm like, "Okay."
That's such a vague advice, but okay.
No, it's what you need to hear though, because it's
But
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't need a 10-step plan. It's like you're a writer, make a script, go find an artist, and make a comic. It really
Well,
is
yeah.
just boils down to that.
I was like, that's true.
Yeah.
I
So
say it's a vague advice because not everyone has the determination to go research how to write a script.
yeah,
That's why I was like, if somebody asks me for like advice, I'm just like, research write how to write a script. I'm like, I'll show you a sample to show you how it's broken down, but you have to figure out what story you want to do yourself.
yeah.
But
So
that's what I would say.
well, he was just trying to I guess light the fire under me. And sometimes you just need to take the steps yourself and not have the full plan laid out for you.
True.
The biggest thing he didn't tell me was like, oh yeah, you need money to make comics. So
Oh yeah. You definitely know how to budget, and also watch out for scam artists.
that
That's
too.
the other thing. Watch out for scam artists. Oh man. And you have your. Let me bring up your Kickstarter right quick.
Go ahead.
Can you see that?
Yep.
Awesome, dude. Tokyo Blade Detectives. Tell us about this story, man, and what made you go into this route and creating this series.
So Tokyo Blade Detectives it's an anime style comic set in a version of Japan, 200 years in the future, where guns have been outlawed and only the blade can rule. Laser blades, that is. And this creates a power vacuum that gives rise to 5 factions trying to overthrow the government. And in the midst of all of this is a young detective named Miko, who in the very first arc unravels a mystery that's going to change Japan forever. And now, with this Kickstarter, we are on issue 12, which is the final issue of volume 3. And so now is the perfect... Yeah, we've gotten pretty far. So now is the perfect time to catch up through this Kickstarter. And we have a lot of epic anime action, characters, storylines. There's a lot to enjoy here, and I love making it.
Man, dude, that's freaking amazing. When you had messaged me, I looked at your campaign. I felt like the Into the Badlands vibe with it.
I've been getting that a lot recently.
Uh,
Were you inspired by Into the Badlands? No, I never seen it. I knew of it on AMC, but I never watched
yeah,
it. But
yeah,
I've had
because
multiple people reference me that recently.
Into the Badlands is kind of similar to your comic, where it's like they have like no guns, but
Yeah,
they're fighting like with their fists and blades actually.
yeah.
And I think it's set in the future in like kind of sort of way. I didn't know about Into the Badlands until my sister told me about it. And so she showed me the series. I'm like, it's so freaking badass. And that's why I'm like, when you sent me your Kickstarter, I was like, yo, I'm like, just give me some into the Badlands vibe. This is badass, dude. I was like, yo, this is sick.
Whatever brings you to the comic.
Heck yeah, dude. And then I'm like, and plus, I am a huge anime fan now, as well, because I'm like you said, like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z.
Hmm.
I also love martial arts type of stories, like IP Man. If you know the actor Scott Adkins
Yeah,
and Jackie Chan, Jet Li. I'm such a sucker for these type of stories. And you're on issue 12. My
yeah,
God.
yeah. It was. I didn't
Whew.
think I'd get this far, but the people keep supporting me, so I'm like, I'm going to keep making it.
Man. So I'm curious, like, what is the genesis when you crafted this series? Like, what's the beginning? Like, how
Oh,
did you come up with this story?
yeah, this story. Okay. Um, so one of the things I like to tell creators who are just starting out is that inspiration can come from anywhere and
True.
everywhere. And it's true, whether it be a TV show, a movie, or in the case of Tokyo Blade Detectives, a Facebook meme.
Really?
Really. So
Oh,
I want,
please do tell.
yeah.
Okay. I
Okay,
gotta hear this.
this is 100% true. I will swear on anything you put in front of me. So, you know those memes that are like, what are your insert blank here? And then you
Yeah.
have to like use like letters or numbers of that mean something to you to fill in the blank. So I
Yeah.
was on Facebook just doom scrolling as you do.
Pretty
And
much. Yep.
yeah, pretty much. And I saw a meme that said, "What is your anime?" I'm like, I like anime. Why wouldn't I do this? So it was first letter of my first name, first letter of my last letter of my first name. TBD. Tokyo Blade Detectives. Now you might think, oh, so that's where it all came from. No, there's another step here. Because
Oh,
around
okay.
this point in time was the release of the first Deadpool movie. And
Okay,
in that movie,
2016. Gotcha.
so 2016, 2017, when I saw the meme anyway.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and so I had a line stuck in my head from that movie, which was Deadpool sounds like a franchise. So I mimicked that and I typed in the comments of the meme, Tokyo Blade Detectives sounds like a franchise. I hit enter, left the page, didn't think anything about it. Until a few hours later, when I got a reply notification on Facebook, and I'm like, wait, who's this person? I don't recognize that name. So I clicked on the comment, and sure enough, it brought me back to the meme. And it said, that actually does sound like a franchise. Maybe you can run with it. I'm like, okay. So I looked at the title. I'm like, what does the title tell me? Well, Tokyo, set in Japan. Detectives, modern day. Blade. Blade was throwing me off. And so I'm like, why would the detectives have blades in like a modern day or future setting? And the answer came to me in the form of the tagline, in a land where guns are outlawed, only the blade can rule. And the moment I said that out loud, my brain opened the floodgates and I got rushed with ideas about what I wanted this franchise to be, to the point that I had to literally open Microsoft Word and type it all down so I would not forget. And even though I wasn't able to make it right then because I had other projects I had to make and then I had to find the right artist, I had everything that I knew this was going to be something special once I made it. And so, yes, this franchise, this 12-issue franchise, was made because of a Facebook meme that I happened to scroll across.
Man, dude, you just proved that anybody can be inspired by anything. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Because I'm literally about this. I'm pretty much the same way. Because I get inspired by so many different things. For for example, it was my first series, Arcfire. That's how that's my main series because that's where I started with. I went through like so many freaking drafts of like trying to figure out what the heck I want to do with the story. And plus, it wasn't named Arcfire yet when I started crafting it. And then I don't know, but I don't know what the heck I was doing one day. But I think I was had something on my TV and like my background to get some noise in my ear and like try to get me in the mood and like basically inspire me to write the story. And then I don't remember what movie it was or a TV show I put on it. It might have been Stranger Things if I think about it. From like season 4 from a couple years ago. Um, and so uh, I had to just shut my brain off for a second and just let it flow. And then I out my mouth I said, okay, how can I mean, what arc of the story do I want to tell? Or like, what's my story arc? And I kept saying arc, and I said arc. And then I was like, okay, arc. I was like, okay, that's fire. I was like, wait, arc, fire, arc. Yeah, it's like arc, fire. And so like, I wrote like the spelling of arc fire out. I was like, okay, that looks okay. But I was like, but what if I turn the I in fire to a Y? And then I wrote out ARKLYRE. I was like, holy smokes, wait a minute. Arc Fire, this actually sounds pretty dope. And then ideas started flowing so freaking fast. I was like, okay, one, what's the villain? What's the story? What's the character? And I was like, what if I made the character kind of based on me a bit? And so, Cathedral Arcfire is my main character's name.
Mhm.
And so the story is Theo wakes up in the science lab in a cocoon egg, and he has no memory of who he is.
Naturally.
Yeah, and so Theo's on this journey of trying to figure out how did he get to Earth, and like why is he here, and then what power does he have? Because he has this massive cosmic power within him that he has to control, but he doesn't know how he has it. Like, was he born with it? Was it radiation or something? I don't know. Well, I do know, but he doesn't know. One of my friends read my comic, and he's like, are you a fan of Adam Warlock? I was like, yeah, I am. And he said that Arcfire came with like Adam Warlock vibes. I was like, what's funny? I wrote Arcfire before I even found out about Adam Warlock.
And
I
that
didn't even know about
happens.
I didn't, I didn't even know who Adam Warlock was until Guardians 3
Yeah.
when it came out and I researched it. I was like, but I wrote Arcfire way before then.
Yeah. And that
Like,
happens.
Yeah, and I was like, my inspiration behind Arcfire is like the Charm series, a bit of Man of Steel, Stranger Things, a little bit of Vampire Diaries, and like the originals. Because as the series goes, I'm introducing vampires, I'm introducing witches, and different type of demon type of characters. And so it's like it's a science fiction horror thriller action series. And so I was like, and yes, I write a lot of horror and fantasy because that's my strong suit, if I'm being honest. And that's how I started getting into comics. I took started like researching how to write them like 2021. Took like a good 2 years just to study how to make comics and everything before I jumped into it. And then Arcfire issue one went into production 2023, and now I'm 2 issues in so far. About to start up issue 3 and 4 soon.
Cool.
And then I have my new comic Halloween that's out now on Kickstarter. And Halloween is it's basically a clown horror story. It's about two killers. It started out with twin brothers named Evan and Ethan. They were called the duplicate killers, going around social media and finding their next victims. But in Halloween, the story is those two brothers have been dead for years. And so now there's two new clown killers. And it's like, but these two clown killers up the ante because these two are going after a group of friends, whereas Ethan and Evan went after one person at a time to torture and to kill and just would do whatever they wanted with the person. So it's kind of like cat and mouse, where it's like you're acting like it's like a copycat, like trying to be famous or like be more famous than the original killers, or is there something more sinister that meets the eye, or it could be related to Evan and Ethan. You never know. We'll see. Hall of Fame is one of the hardest stories I've written so far. That's why I'm right now. My plan is split, having a 2 book arc. But as I keep thinking about it, it might be a trilogy. And I could, and I'm actually potentially thinking about making doing like spin-offs, like making some type of anthology where it's different characters and everything in that. And I was once asked if my comics are connected. I was like, yes. Yes, my Arcfire connects to Halloween, and Halloween connects to other comics. But you don't have to go in any particular order. You can just pick them however you want, because each story is standalone, but they are in the same universe.
Whatever works.
Yeah, and I just figured out what my universe is called now. It's called the Halloween Chronicles universe. So it's a horror fantasy universe that's interconnected, but you can pick up one book at a time. You don't have to go in any particular order. And I've always made this joke. I'm saying my name's Kevin, but I'm not Kevin Feige. I'm actually quality over quantity.
That's burn. That's burn. That's burn.
But yeah, they completely stand alone. But let's get back to this.
Yeah.
Tokyo Blade Detectives, and you got the detective part in here too. So is the main character like going on like a detective mission?
Yeah. Miko and her business partner Michio are both detectives. Their place of business is called Tokyo Blade Detectives, and in every other arc they take on a job that requires them to either solve a mystery, find somebody, or in this case, in the current arc, hunt down a serial killer.
Serial killer! I love those detective. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I love those detective type of stories. Continue.
No, it's alright. But yeah, like they're detectives, but they go beyond just like, hey, we're here to solve a mystery. It's no, we need to find this person. We need to take down this person. We need to stop this thing from happening. We need to figure out the truth behind what's really going on here. And each arc is special, but each arc also builds towards the next one. So Volume 1 connects to Volume 2, builds to Volume 3, which teases Volume 4, and so on and so forth. It's a very layered story.
Dude, and you said issue 3 was the final one in his main arc? Or like
it's the last one of this volume, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll make Volume 4 next year.
Okay, that's smart. Wow, and how many pages is it typically for each book?
20 pages per each issue. So 80 for the volume.
So you keep it even. That's a good strategy. I'm trying to keep mine even. So I'm trying to keep mine even, but sometimes my books kind of bounce between 20 to 24 to 30 to 35.
And that's fine. There, are,
uh,
with indie, you have no limits. It's just about what you feel you need to do with your story.
yeah.
So,
Oh
like
yeah.
my next story that I want to do is going to be a 5-part mini series, but each book is going to be 40 pages because I want to give a good chunk of the story within each part of it.
Yeah, I think that's literally how I am always. Because like Arcfire, I think I have about 20 something pages so far in both two issues. Halloween, I'm trying to keep it at 24. At least for issue one. 20 part two, it'll probably be a little bit more pages.
Yeah.
Um, and before and but then but I'm actually slowly transitioning my books into more trade paperback books. Because I want to give people a really good chunk of stories.
Yeah. And those
So
sell really well at Comic Cons.
yeah, so I'm like, oh, I like these floppies, but I want to give a really good chunk of stories. So I'm slowly transitioning into like more paperback era of books. And so like later this year, I'll be releasing my first graphic novel actually called
Hmm.
Skin Shifter. So that's where I'm going. That's going to be the big test because that's going to be the first one I'm actually going to try out. I'm
I
really
wish
excited
you,
for.
I wish you all the luck.
So that's going to be volume one. It's right now I think it's going to be about 90 to 100 pages maybe.
Wow.
Part one is in production right now. It's coming out so freaking beautiful. Um,
Like these
but yeah,
pages.
yeah. I'm like, tell us what's happening in this
So,
page
without
preview that you
spoiling too
shown.
much, we are about to meet the Emperor of Tokyo, who we have teased throughout the first 3 volumes.
Mhm.
And things are going to get dark in it. I always
Oh,
try and have a nice big moment in the first 5 pages because with every Kickstarter that I do, I post the first 5 pages fully colored, fully lettered, so that people will get an indication of what the book looks like, how it's going to sound, the vibe it's giving off, etc., etc. So yeah, my
cool.
artist is Lam Vuvan, who has been with me throughout the whole series. He's done all the interiors, and he does an amazing job. And Tokyo is absolutely better because of him.
Yeah, bro, and I'm really loving these designs, man. The anime design is so freaking awesome,
Yeah, Lam crushes it. I'm very grateful.
man. Dude. Okay, this is interesting. What's going on right here?
Well, again without going too much to spoilers.
Yeah,
The guy brought there before the Emperor is not exactly the best of people, and he
of
doesn't
course.
care about the Emperor at all. He hates him with all he's got, and so he's mocking him. Gets punched in the gut, and now is kneeling before him. And the Emperor is gonna teach him a lesson. Let's just say.
Oh boy. Man, guys, whoever's watching this, you need to go back this book. It got 5 days left on it so far, I
Yeah,
believe.
we end on the 28th at 8 p.m.
8
Central
p.m.
Time.
I'm like,
So
you're funded, but you're getting some stretch goals in.
yeah, I'm trying to get to 100 backers, and it's just like, come on, we're right
Only three
there.
three backers to go, guys. Let's make this history, man. Man, dude, and
But
you actually have a trailer.
yeah,
Let me play this trailer right quick.
go ahead. Clearly, you haven't played.
Tokyo rap! On every corner, dangers lurking, they're trying to hurt you. Violence and overload in the streets of Tokyo. Time for some action, get the slashing against these 5 factions. Yeah, take them to school to the land where the guns outlaw. Only the blade can rule. I'm not in the mood for all the evil around me, so I'm ready to do. Embrace the past, but you won't stop our future. I'm a disillusion, now I'm choosing to change perspectives. Form a little sister leader of the Ronins, now with the detectives. Yeah, we combine skills that'll beat the 9. Telltale there's peace of mind. We stay sharp. Always hit the mark with a blaze. Shining in the dark. Ready for their attack. Every job that we take, we gotta react. Think fast with the enemy's on the dash. Since all this evil behind the mask. We fight with full force to just a fact. Every day's a clash. You never know who's gonna act. We on the crash course. Gotta keep up the pace. Always on the chase, never know who's gonna be our next case. It doesn't matter if you're Ronin, a terrorist, or empress. Try to take us on, we'll see who passed the real test. We'll give it our all, though we don't know true rest. With Tokyo Blade detectives, we are the best. Welcome to Tokyo.
Yeah, so we did that.
Whoa, a full-fledged animation trailer.
Yeah. So people ask you, well, what's your long-term goal with Tokyo? And it's, I want to make an anime for it. So I had the idea that, well, if I want to make an anime, I might as well make an anime intro. I gotta, like the ones we grew up on back in the 90s and 2000s. And I'm like, how do I do this? So I found a storyboard artist named Dana Barnes. He did great. And then I got referred to a studio named Studio Leaf, who was, just trying to make some projects. And we spent about a year on that, just trying to make it happen. And it turned out really, really well. And so now that's my forever. Now I never have to make a Kickstarter video for Tokyo again, because now I can just post that.
Dude, that is... Oh, that kind of made me feel like a kid again watching anime, if I'm being honest. And that's why you got me bumping like this. I was like, oh. And dude, it came out so freaking clean. I hope this become an animated series, because that is freaking badass.
That is the dream by all means.
My
and
God.
Hopefully this will help inspire. It's like, this is what it could look like in its own way. So
Yeah, especially as an indie project, that looks so freaking mainstream professional though.
yeah, it was a professional studio. It was just a young one, so it was one of their first projects. But
Really?
yeah.
You can't tell. So,
Yeah. The thing I didn't expect was that when some of my comic friends saw it, they go like, dude, do you realize that we have to step up our game because we don't have anything like that? And I'm like, I didn't mean to, but like, hey, if it helps you, go ahead.
Ray, you're not wrong actually. Cause my arc fighting, like my Halloween are in like that manga anime type of style. So I was like, Jesus, I need to get some freaking animation video going somehow.
Yeah.
Because dude, that is freaking badass, man. Oh my
There
God.
are people who will help you if you ask them.
Ugh, man, but that honestly, that really inspired me, because if you can do it, I know I can do it, especially as an indie creator. So I was like, stuff like this that inspires me. That's why I love talking to picking people's brains, man. So can you give us like a little tease of like what's after Tokyo Blade Detectives, if you can?
Well, we are going to have a fourth volume, which we have a teaser of at the end of issue 12. And then what we do is we take a year break just to relax and focus on other projects. I've got novels that I'll be releasing soon enough. I'm going to be, hopefully, I have a science comic called Seekers of Science that's going to be, we're working on the 8th issue right now, so we're hoping to do a Kickstarter for volume 2, possibly in April. Hopefully get us some funding for volume 3. And then I have another project that I was teasing earlier, a mystery miniseries that I'm just trying to find the right artist for to get started. So, the eternal struggle is like, I need to find the right artist for my project that actually fits within my budgets. So
That part, that part. Man, and dude, that's freaking beautiful, man. Kudos to you, brother.
Nice.
This is like a fantastic book, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what else please, Comic Gods, make this an animated show.
Yeah. And for anyone watching who is interested in backing this, all 12 issues are available. All right, you can get them digitally, you can get them physically, and then we have a whole bunch of other rewards, including one I was telling Kevin about, where you can actually get drawn into the comic.
Yep.
So
yeah, I was going to bring that up since you brought it up. Tell us a bit more about that. Like, how does that work?
So what it will do is that if you pledge to the tier, and for the record, if you're a new reader to Tokyo, I'll just throw in all the books digitally for free. That's no problem. But once the Kickstarter is done, I'll send you a message saying, hey, I need, like, let's just call it a portfolio shot of you. Mm-hmm. And then you'd send me either your picture or whoever you want to have drawn into the book. I've had I had one guy request his kids get drawn into the book. I'm like, not a problem. Just give me a good picture of them. So you give us the reference material. We hand it to Lam, and then he'll draw it in, and then you will get to approve the picture. So that you make sure that it looks like you, and that you're happy with how it looks. So full satisfaction, and then you will get a physical copy of number 12 so that you can show it around to people and say, like, I'm in a comic book.
And like, you have to back like a certain tier
Yes,
for that to happen.
we
Which
have
tier
a
do you have to
it's
back?
it's the $100 tier.
Mm-hmm.
The Get Drawn into Tokyo. I think it's a specific name. You could bring it up on the Kickstarter if you want. But we only have 10 slots and 6 of them have been filled. So there's only a few left, and you will have. I can promise you that you will have a significant placement in this issue due to how it is structured. So you will be hard to miss.
Oh, that is beautiful. You heard him, guys. And the Kickstarter is in the link is in the description of this video. Go freaking back this book, guys. It's freaking beautiful. If you love, he did this before Into the Badlands, but if you love Into the Badlands, you should check out this book.
Well, just if you love anime in general,
But
this
if
is
you
my
love,
love
yeah,
letter to
if
anime.
you love
in
anime
full.
in general, still check out this freaking book. I felt like a kid watching that trailer. My God, that brought back memories, especially like Saturday night, getting up watching the Yu-Gi-Oh on the TV, and heck, and just watching the old school animation on TV, and just get man. Oh, this book is so freaking beautiful, and it's 5 days left. Ends February 8th. Jesus, sorry, my brain is brain farted. February 28th at 8 o'clock p.m. guys, Central Time. So back this book. Let's get, and if you want to get yourself drawn into the book and do some badass stuff, back the $100 tier, man. Like that is freaking, and it's only four slots left, so it's very limited. But man, Mr. Todd Black, thank you for coming on, man. This book looks freaking fabulous, man. But before we hop off, I try to do this thing. I forget every single time. I'm not gonna lie, but I got inspired by a wrestling podcaster that does this, where he asks his guests, or it's like the 3 things that you're very thankful for, and because I'm always about Thanksgiving and like being thankful for things, and so like, what's your top 3 things you're very thankful for?
It's ironic you mentioned a wrestling podcast because I actually have a wrestling book that you can get as an add-on.
What the heck? Wow.
Do you know Thunder Rosa?
I do. Heck yes.
I wrote I worked with her to write her autobiography in comic form, and it's available on the Kickstarter as an add-on.
What?
So now, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I just got Kevin as a backer because he's going to go get the Thunder Rosa back. Thank you, Kevin.
Oh my God, dude! Yes, I am a huge Thunder Rosa fan.
Well, there you go. It's on the Kickstarter, and
wow,
yeah, just saying. So I'm thankful for that. Look, okay, in all honesty, 3 things I'm thankful for. First of all, I'm thankful to everyone who backs my Kickstarters because I would not be here without you. I absolutely would not have as much comics without you. I'm still amazed that you're backing my books. Like, no joke, Kevin, when I first started doing Kickstarters, I was just flailing around. I didn't know what I was doing. And then when I finally made my first successful one, I was panicking every time because I'm like, was that first time a fluke? Was that last one a fluke? Was that last one a fluke? And then I had, with Tokyo, I had a great start. Then things kind of lowered a little bit. And then with this new volume, I had to revamp things to try and make it easier on me to make them. And it's been gangbusters. I even had my highest backer counts ever with this volume, which is amazing. So I'm very grateful for that. Let's see. I'm thankful that I'm actually able to write, because I like to tell people, like, I don't have a lot to offer, but my creativity is the thing I can bank on. That and my hair. So, but like, I love that I am able to make all these stories or get inspired by the most random of things and say, hey, this would be a great story, and then fulfill it. I mentioned a novel earlier. I was talking with my editor, and she goes, Todd, I don't think you realize I edit a lot of books, but when I read yours, I know I'm actually going to enjoy it. She even told me that for the book we're editing right now, she was like, Todd, I put other projects to the side so I could focus on yours because I couldn't put yours down. I'm just like, well, thank you.
That's beautiful.
Grateful for that. And I'm grateful for the comic community like you and others that I have gotten to interact with, because when you find the right community, especially in the indie community, you're able to ask them for advice, like, hey, should I do this different? Like when I talked about the revamp with Tokyo's Kickstarter, that was because of a couple of dear friends of mine. I'm like, help me fix what I'm doing wrong. And one of them was all too happy to tell me what I'm doing wrong. She's like, Todd, what the heck are you doing with this? The other guy was much more gentle, but as it would be. But I'm grateful for that community because I found my mentor through that. I found some of my best friends through it, and I look forward to doing Comic Cons this year so that I can meet more people and show them my books and just hopefully give them a new story to enjoy.
Man, heck yeah, dude, man. I'm thankful to be able to write too because I hated it for a long time and I didn't know I could write. Two, I'm really big on family because they the ones that support me first and push me to get out my comfort zone.
Mhm.
And three, I'm thankful for the community because this year, as of May, marks my 4 years in comics
Nice.
officially. And well, it didn't get easier until like 2 years in. Well, I wouldn't say easier, but I got used to it.
Yeah.
Um,
There is that period, absolutely.
oh yeah, and I feel like for a while, I feel like imposter syndrome.
I
And
always have that
it's
every
like
time.
I'm saying, am I truly meant to be here? And it's like, cause with the setbacks and everything, I was like, and thanks, and like, of course, that was a moment where I was feeling discouraged, like looking at other creators, how far I'm like, but I think about like they've been in the game longer than I have. I'm just getting started,
Yeah.
and so, but I've met so many amazing people that actually gave me advice, and encourages me, and actually supports me, which was shocking to me because I'm the new kid on the block. I was like, they and actually continue to support me, and I'm very grateful for that, man. And I'm also grateful for you for reaching out and
I'm
showing me
grateful for
some.
you fitting me in because it was literally, ladies and gentlemen, it's like, oh, I'm booked this month, but you can give me your link and I'll share it around. I'm like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's no worries. And he goes, do you have time tomorrow?
Yeah.
I need to talk with you.
Yeah, because literally, when you messaged me, I looked at your Kickstarter. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I was like, February 28th. I was like, shoot, I am booked. I'm like, you know what? Let me do a special one. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, what's your schedule like? I was like, are you free at this time? Or you
Yes,
can
I
do it
am.
now. Because I really love this. I mean, I really love this. That's from the parts of sound. I love the book. And just everything that you're doing. And I'm always about community. I like helping people out the best way I can. It's like I'm not that big, but I try to help with some reach that I may have that I don't know that I have. So but yeah, but I'm always big on community
Yeah.
and just being a helping friend
Yeah.
or a helping brother or however you want to call it.
Your help is
Um,
appreciated.
Heck yeah, dude. Well, thank you for coming on, man. And guys who's watching this, the back to, Tokyo Blade Detectives
Right.
on Kickstarter right now. The link is in the description of this video. It ends February 28th, 8 p.m. Central Time. Let's get this to 100 backers and even farther
Please.
while it's still going.
Yeah.
And get that Thunder Rosa book because
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go get it myself. But but this has I'm sorry. Socials. Jesus Christ,
It's all
my
right.
brain is everywhere.
It's
Socials.
all
Where can
right.
we follow you to keep up with you?
I
That's
am
anything.
on Twitter at Guardians_comic. I am on Blue Sky. Just look up Todd Black. You'll see my hair. Those are the main places I'm at.
And I'm Kevin Davis. You can find me on Facebook at I am Kevin Davis CEO. Instagram, I am Kevin Davis Official, and my website, kevysie.com. And if you might have TikTok, I'm on there too, because I have to market everywhere.
Hmm.
Also, I am Kevin Davis CEO on TikTok. But this has been Kevysie Fate, and you can watch my YouTube at Kevysie. Good Lord, so many plugins, but they're all in the link. They're all links in the description of this video. Go check it out, guys, and we'll see you next time on Kevysie Fate Podcast. Stay blessed.